Hi and welcome. Thank you for joining me. We're going to take a look at a piece called Positively Swinging. It's by Christopher Norton and it's taken from this book here, Connections for Piano Volume 4. And I'm delighted to be looking at this at the request of Stephen. This piece uses the blues framework, the basic blues framework that uses just chords 1, 4 and 5 as the basis for it. So let's start off by looking at the left hand. And our left hand is going to be both bass player, keeping the harmony rooted, but also it's the rhythm section, keeping a rock steady pulse through the piece. Now I mentioned it uses chords 1, 4 and 5. We're in C major. So let's just take that shape first of all through those three chords. A C chord. Let's try it on chord 4, an F chord. I'm making sure that they're all nice and even. I can hear them all, especially that fifth finger, because my fifth finger's not very strong. And chord 5, a G chord. And I'm not holding on to anything for too long. One note at a time, notes are linked in one to the other. Should we just take that through the first two lines of a blues? 2, 3, 4. So that kind of practice may be a good introduction to playing this left hand here. Now the composer has asked for us to play that legato, just as we've just been doing there, to keep it really smooth. And sometimes to link in the chords, we're going to have to be quite creative about our fingering. Broadly speaking, I'm going to follow what's suggested here in the book, but there may be other ideas as well. So let's now read through the first 12 bars with this left hand and see what we can make of it. We're going to keep that nice rock steady pulse. A 1, 2, 3, 4. So that little link bar 4, it's linking the C chord to the F chord. Should we try that from bar 3? That's quite a long way to get over to the C before we walk down. We haven't got quite enough fingers, but we want to land on the F with our fifth. Big stretch. Don't worry if you have to leave that note to get down to that one. The legato may not be quite legato from those two notes. Let's carry on. Similar to what we saw, and now there's going to be a scale to get us to our G chord. And I quite like, it's a bit obtuse I know, but I like to get the fifth on the G because I'm thinking that pattern on each chord, so I want to start it with my fifth. But the book does suggest which works well too, what I personally prefer. Let's carry on. Before we take the same sequence through for a second time. Now let's take a look at the right hand. Before we look at the music, we're in C major, aren't we? Those are the notes of C pentatonic scale. And to create a blues scale out of that, we're going to just flatten the third sometimes. And it's that scale that the composer is using here. It's the major blues scale. Rhythm is going to be really crucial. We want swung quavers. So instead of straight quavers, the second of each pair is going to be delayed. To get that rhythm, for me, the easiest thing is probably to say do, va, do, va, do, va, do, va. Do is a long syllable, va is short. Do, va, do, va, do, va. Let's look at one bar at a time. First bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do, va, do, va, do, va, do, va. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bar 2, 3, 4. Do, va, do, va, do, va, do, va. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the third bar. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. With the do va, straight in. Do va, do va, do va, do va. By all means, take it bar at a time, work out what's going on. Should we just link those first 4 bars together now? I'm going to count the beats. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I'm making sure that there's a gap, a whole bar of gap there at the end. Let's now look at the rhythm of bars 9 and 10. Particularly crucial because the rhythm of these 2 bars we're about to play at least 5 times, almost 6. You'll see what I mean. So let's just look at bars 9 and 10. Let me play them counting the beats. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. One more go. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Now then, I'm going to play through the right hand all the first 12 bars. Let's see what's going. And I'm going to put in as well that little acciaccatura, that crush note at the start. I'm going, the E is the target. I'm just brushing the E flat on my way. I'm not holding on to the E flat. I'm keeping it as tight and as quick as I possibly can. It's just 1 notch short of same time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're through. Let's put both hands together for that bit at that same nice steady tempo. Steady tempo because I want to give myself, my brain, a chance to just work out what's going on and hopefully get it right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Into the next section. I'm now going to play the next section. We know that the left hand is doing the same thing it's already done. The right hand is just slightly more complex. I'm just going to play it straight through at that same tempo, and we're going through the same blues chord sequence as we've already seen. Bar 13. 1, 2, 3, 4. What a great ending walking down there. So there's a few little details to look at. First of all, we have to hit two notes simultaneously. It's not easy to do. Basically a C chord with a flattened third just before. You might want to practice that. So what I'm doing is taking that idea and playing it through the blues, just to practice getting those absolutely together. In bar 24 we have a triplet rhythm. I'll play you that phrase from 23. This is the same rhythm we looked at earlier, but with this extra triplet. Let's play it. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the ending is very characteristic. Very often at the end of a blues, you expect to hear that kind of sound. And that's broadly speaking what Christopher Norton's done here, but he's being creative about it. So let's have a look at the last two bars. We've landed on a C with our fifth finger, and then we've got some parallel motion, walking up all the way to there, and a very, very low C, and that C creates beautiful resonance, doesn't it? So really enjoy that bottom C on your keyboard. Should we try the last three bars, a bit of a run in? 2, 3, no, last 4 bars, that'll make more sense. 2, 3, 4. And he's told us to pause on that one, give it the time we want, enjoy that final note. There's also a sense of gradually in those final bars of building. We know we repeat the same phrase 3 times, don't we? And it gradually builds up to create a great ending. Now to finish off, I'm going to play it through at a nice lively tempo. If you've any further questions you'd like to ask me about this, please don't hesitate to get in touch, either via the comments below or directly. And here we go. Enjoy your piano practice. 1, 2, 1, 2.